Good morning and welcome to this morning's transmission of the Earth Reverence Healing Circle. Welcome to those joining live. Welcome if you're watching the recording. I'm Ursula Fay from Body Centered Trauma Release, also an ambassador from Melbourne for 1 Million Meditators. It's nice to be part of this movement. So, hoping everyone's feeling okay at the moment. Things are feeling a bit unsettled out there. I felt the energies this morning were a little bit hard to read. Felt a little bit, I don't know, it was hard to find a word to describe it. Certainly unsettled. So, however you're feeling, let's use this time right now to tune in to the energies I'm anchoring in and channeling through for the earth. Feel free to feel the benefit of those frequencies yourself for your own benefit, and let's not just keep them to ourselves, but welcome. But let's expand them out to others. So I'll be anchoring in some very high love frequencies this morning, some heart codes, to bring through a lot of peaceful frequencies as well, and anchoring in some hope of some frequencies we haven't seen here on Earth for a while, if ever. I believe there's some new portals being opened up to bring through a bigger bandwidth of frequencies from other dimensions, etc., that we could use here right now. So part of my job is doing that, bringing them through, anchoring them in, sharing them with everyone else, and exponentially you guys can share them further as well. So just be receptive in this space, allowing what feels right for you. Take it through into your day, and let's help infect others with our sense of peace, of hope, of love and unity, and just keep focused on that vision of life on earth here in the way that we would love it to be. A far more loving, kind and generous place where everyone is functioning well and in abundance, focused in light, letting all of that darkness and confusion and density fall away as we rise up and really expanding consciousness to allow for more. So let's get to it. I've already done my setup, called everybody in. I'd like to acknowledge your own teams of guidance, your ancestors' guides, any angelics, elementals and masters joining us, any earth guardians and elders who would like to make use of our time together and what we're producing here to help further the cause of the earth, our mother, as she ascends and evolves, as indeed all of mankind is also doing. So as always, let's just leave all of that other stuff behind. Let's just come down out of our heads, down focusing in our heart spaces for these minutes we're together. Maybe using your breath to just guide yourself into your body, feeling present, guiding, closing your eyes to help you focus and guide into this heart space. And we'll sit in here for this period of time. Opening and expanding our third eye also gives us access to the quantum field, which we'll be popping into to do this work as well. I will certainly be. But mostly focusing in your heart chamber. Feel yourself very present, very still at this time. As I said, letting everything else fall away. Focusing your efforts in your heart space with each breath, calling in light. Sending your attention downwards through your feet, down the grounding cords, opening up a channel, a connection to the crystal heart of Gaia, Mother Earth herself, and feeling her energy rising up to meet you, to hold you, filling your heart space with her loving attention, with her light. And rising upwards too, through the crown, through the upper energy centers, opening up a channel or pathway to the heart of pure source, and allowing that pure source energy again to tumble down through this channel, mingling with the heart of the mother, and letting that energy fill your heart space. As with each breath we expand outwards in all directions, and feeling like a flower, like a ball of light, feeling it against your rib cage, pushing outwards, beyond and through your physical body, creating within the unified field of each and all of your chakras, the heart right in the center, taking precedence, and everything else stretching out with it in bands of light, in a system of light that's always feeding into each other and ever expanding and working for your highest good. And feeling that space just beyond your physical body, filled with this heart light. I invite you to expand outwards, feeling yourself connected to each of us on this call. All of those teams of guidance, of ancestors, other light beings, elementals, and masters joining us, sitting with us. Let's all feel connected within and through this realm and to the quantum field, through the future timelines, feeling those that don't suit, that don't serve our future purpose, to just falling away and dissolving as we turn our eyes from chaos we may see outside of ourselves, remembering to focus on the truth within our own hearts, the illumination that comes from our own souls, our heart knowing. And I invite you, as I hold this channel, calling in all of the spectrum of frequencies and vibrations at my disposal, as I anchor them into the planet, you offer forth your love and devotion to the earth as she is birthing our new reality, offering her nurture and love as we anchor in these peaceful frequencies, these frequencies of hope, in a way that expands beyond our current ideas and experiences of what hope is, as we birth through a much expanded reality and understanding of the planet itself, our place within the communities of man and of earth, and within the wider community and the universe herself. As I just bring through and anchor in more and more of these frequencies, offering them to be used by our mother herself and those who support her in her journey of soul development and evolution, knowing that everything that is in her highest interest is also in ours, allowing and wishing for ourselves as much abundance, joy, and compassion as we offer to her. For this interplay between us is important to acknowledge. Opening up more to the elemental energies, calling in particularly and naming the love frequency 72, which allows us to bring in a more abundant, more peaceful way of life, in a way that does not create chaos, that allows it more peacefully to flow in and be accepted and integrated into our lives, into our worlds. Feeling the peace flow through you, being receptive to the hope. As we move further into and lead the way, as some still embrace and hold on to the old ways and are fearful of letting them go, let us be the light that guides through, that shows the way, that leads. Let us be the first to experience, hold, and know with certainty the future that we are moving ever closer and merging with, a timeline where the earth is recovered, the natural places are once again abundant, free, clean. We have sources of energy which are clean, there is recycling, things are renewable, things are sustainable, communities are cooperative, loving, supportive. There is empathy, there is compassion, and these lead the way. A world with love of power, greed, slavery, abuse, intolerance, bigotry, fear, hate, all of these things have fallen away. They have dissolved and transmuted. Calling in at this point the violet light, which is always with us, to shine brightly and transmute peacefully, quickly, effectively, ever more rapidly and exponentially, these things that must fall away for our new future to come forward, to be realized, to be felt in every heart. Understanding the interplay, the interconnectedness of each of us, the role we each have to play. There are no small parts here. Each tiny action, each thought, each belief we re-examine and adjust is important, is vital. Each choice we make on the side of good, on the side of light, on the side of compassionate thinking, of inclusiveness, of unity, consciousness, of expanded understanding, awareness, and consciousness itself, is a step that paves us ever closer. And do not underestimate the millions around the globe making these even small efforts mean a lot when we combine them. And as we offer ever more options into the pool of united consciousness, collective consciousness, the hierarchy of choices will improve as more and more reach for light-filled choices, for heart-anchored choices, for those which afford more freedoms and more peace and more harmony in the lives of themselves and of the many others in the world. For we are all interdependent. We each affect each other. There is no choice, no action which does not have a ripple flow and effect. And the more we understand and realize this, the more mindful, the more awareness we can develop around this, the more use we can become. The greater our light shines, the more we become a champion of this realm, this world, this reality, this consciousness that is emerging, that is birthing, that is unfolding as we speak. We become the light. We become the inspiration. We become the journey. We become the path for others to follow. We open our hearts. We open our minds. We are receptive to the change. We don't fear it. We allow these thoughts, these uncertainties, these feelings of fear to come, and we allow them to go. We examine each within the light of our heart, and we see them not as threats, not as overwhelming elements in our life, but something easily assessed and discarded or transmuted. We need only to choose it. As we walk through veils of illusion, of confusion deliberately placed upon this planet, and we decide to move ever closer to freedom for ourselves, true freedom, freedom of the heart, of the mind, of the body, and securing freedom for all others. For that is the only true way to secure it for anybody. Opening your heart, feeling the expansion, feeling the truth, feeling the frequencies that bathe the earth, acclimatizing your system to these, so that you may greater recognize what no longer belongs here on the earth and with you. As we prepare to leave the field, returning to our bodies, to our planet, to our country, to our area, to the space in which we dwell, just beyond our physical bodies, and landing once more in our hearts. calling your energy back, releasing what no longer belongs with you, and trusting that it will go with love. It will become one with the universe, transmuted by violet light to loving intent. Feeling yourself in your body, on your chair, on the floor, in your bed, coming back into the present moment, staying connected to the sense of peace, of lightness. And I wish you well as you go forward into your day or your night or evening. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again next week.